In the Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network. In the Huddle is brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Now, here's Bill Scott and Green Bay tight end D.J. Williams.
From Tanner Sportsville in Kimberly, in the Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network, brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Bill Scott under the weather. I'm Justin Hull filling in tonight, but that's not important because the man that makes the show is sitting to my left. Number 84 with the Green Bay Packers tight end, D.J. Williams.
Man, you just make me feel so special. I really appreciate that.
You should feel special.
Yeah, I mean, you should feel special, too. I mean, you look a lot better than Bill.
I did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I didn't win 23-14 yesterday, though, over the Minnesota Vikings. You did.
Yeah, that was a good win. Glad we got, that taste out of New York out of our mouth, and pretty much gave it all to Minnesota, who's a little down right now, and obviously we didn't show any sympathy. Now we just need to do the same thing to Detroit. It'll be fun.
So was it a complete 180 turnaround in the locker room, the feeling yesterday or after the game?
Oh, yeah, it was huge. Everybody's jumping around, happy, dancing, talking about, what are we going to do tonight? And, oh, wait, we live in Green Bay, so probably nothing. And so, but, yeah, it was a different atmosphere, and it's good to get that back.
18-play, 73-yard drive, the 11-minute drive. Put you guys ahead by 9 with a Mason Crosby field goal.
Yeah.
Seen a drive like that? I mean, that was about as impressive as it gets.
Yeah, that was huge. Try to keep their offense off the field, keep Adrian Peterson off the field. He had a game. He's fun to watch. But and Mason did a good job, making those field goals. Good job for Mason. I was happy for him, and he was happy after the game. And overall, great performance.
You bring up Mason. Has the media, the fans, maybe made too much of his, I don't know if you want to call it struggles, situation this year, whatever it may be?
I mean, they're going to bring it up. I mean, kind of sometimes field goals are things that you expect to happen, but they don't understand how difficult making a field goal is. And you got the snap, you got the hold, you got 300-pound monsters breathing at you. You had Jared Allen. He was on the other side of the ball, just yelling at me. And this wind's really, really bad out here, Mason. You better focus on this one. Or what did he say? He said, you better not miss. They've cut people for less. He's a character, that Jared guy. But overall, Mason did great, and we really needed him, and it paid off yesterday.
I went and looked at some of his numbers. If you were to take away the 50-plus field goals, which are, 50, 60% proposition anyway, mm-hmm. He's 14 of 17 on the season, 83%.
That's nice.
If that's the numbers you're getting, I think everybody would be fine with it. Nobody would be talking about it. I mean, 1 of 7 from 50, that kind of thwarts the numbers in the bad direction.
Very true. And us as the offense, we want to be able to get down to score a touchdown every time. But if not that, get at least past the 50 and get in, a good percentage field goal range for Mason.
Greg Jennings back out there, 4 catches, 46 yards. I'm sure he was pretty thrilled to get back out on the field.
To see him back, that groin looks good. I mean, on the field, I don't know what it looks like.
That's a weird statement to make.
I mean, he looks like he's running around great. It's good to see him back out there. Another, target for Aaron to throw to, and it just helped us out on offense.
More next man up, too. Jordy goes down early. Actually got hurt and said he tweaked his hamstring in pregame.
Is that what that was?
That's what Mike said after the game, Coach McCarthy, and then he was out, and then Don Barclay steps in for T.J. Lang.
Yeah,
kind of a
how about
nice
that? He
performance
did
good. by the
really
undrafted
good.
Free agent out of West Virginia.
Yeah, we had a lot of guys step up. A lot of injury issues that happened almost just before the game, even days before the game. My guest, he was on practice squad at 2 different teams before he got to Green Bay. Was on practice squad here, and then the day right before the game, the coach said, okay, you're about to play your first NFL game. He was like, oh, man, okay, let's go do this thing. So we have a lot of people in our locker room who have the ability to step up and fill in for someone when they're down. And there's not a fall off when somebody steps back up. We have a lot of talent on our team, and hats off to McCarthy and Ted Thompson.
That's the biggest difference between you guys and teams that aren't in your position, aren't fighting for a playoff spot. I think when you get down to those next guy in the 50, 51, 52 on that active roster, those guys can step in and play. For a lot of teams, it's disaster, wave the white flag, and season's over.
Yeah, I mean, because I think everyone in that position doesn't get comfortable. They don't sit back and be like, okay, this person has the position on lock. I'll just do my job here and not worry about playing in the game. Everyone wants to compete to be able to play, so everyone stays ready, stays in tune with the game plan, and overall, everyone's a good competitor. And like I said, that just helps our team be able to win.
You brought up Adrian Peterson, 21 carries, 210 yards. I mean,
He's a horse, man. Good night. Like, when he runs, like I was standing on the sideline when he busted that 80-something yarder, and like, he did the as he runs like a horse, and his eyes. I mean, that one time when he knew he wasn't gonna get any more yards, he could have went out of bounds or hit Morgan Burnett. Did you see his eyes when he said, "Okay, I'm just gonna give this guy everything"? I mean, he's just a freak of nature, and I'm just glad they didn't keep him in the. I don't understand why they didn't hand him the ball every time. Just keep letting Ponder throw to our guys, and so that worked out all right.
Mike Daniels, who was your guest last week, talked to him after the game, and that's pretty much what he said. Is he's out there trying to hurt people, and he's a guy that'd be happy if he died on the football field.
Yeah,
I mean, just the way that he plays is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about our job, because we appreciate the talent that other players have on other different teams, and sometimes hopefully he doesn't run for 200 yards when we play him at the end of the year. But, it's hats off to him. He did a great job. They still didn't win, though, so it's all right.
Appreciating talent. When you watch Christian Ponder, do you go at home, kick up the feet, and say, I get to catch passes from Aaron Rodgers?
I thought you were going to say from Christian Ponder. Our defense probably says that before they play him. He does a good job throwing us the ball. But on the other note, Aaron, that is pretty cool. Going back, and my buddy says all the time, he's like, DJ, you play with Aaron Rodgers. I was just like, yeah, I do play with Aaron Rodgers. And what was funny, the other day we were talking about Magic Johnson, something like that, and Aaron made a comment about Magic Johnson, and he's just like, yeah, I was playing golf with MJ, and he was telling me some stuff about Magic. I'm just like, you're not realizing what you're saying right now? You're playing golf with probably the greatest athlete in any sport of all time. And so I think, but he says, yeah, I do realize it. So we all show appreciation for each other.
And even beyond that, too, I mean, when you're going through the drafting process, I mean, you could have went to one of 32 teams, so you probably had, 5 out of 32, 6 out of 32 to play with an elite quarterback?
And I ended probably with the best one in the game, and arguably, before his career is over, maybe the best one to ever play the game. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, he's pretty good. 286 yards through the air. That touchdown pass to James Jones. Another nice catch from James.
Yeah, very nice to see. We'll talk about that double pass. What did you think about that?
We'll talk about it a little bit later on. We'll introduce our guest, and we got our email segment a little bit later on. We'll continue in the huddle here on the Woodward Radio Network with DJ Williams. I'm Justin Hull in for Bill Scott in the huddle from Tanner's Sports Grill, brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. More coming up. And back at Tanner's in Kimberly in the huddle, brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Justin Hull in for Bill Scott tonight, along with Packers tight end DJ Williams. Transportation for our guests during the season, brought to you by L&S Classic Limousine Service. Personal professional service for all occasions. Call Lenny or Sue at 920-730-8297. Well, ready to welcome our special guest to the show today in his first season out of California. New to the Packers active roster, getting the call up on Saturday. Where's number 10 wide receiver Jeremy Ross? Jeremy, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you get that call on Saturday. You're getting called up, getting to the active roster. You're going to be out there on Sunday. Just kind of take us through that phone call and what exactly you were told.
Well, it actually wasn't a phone call. I was in the meeting room. I was one of the first ones there. Just thought I'd get in and just look over some plays and watch some film while I was in there. And then, the special teams coach came in, Slocum, and he came up. He was like, hey, you up? You ready to go? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's get it. So he told me I was going to be up, this week. We had some injuries that happened. So, it was my opportunity to get in there. So it was a great feeling. A lot of
emotion, a lot of joy going on at that time, but at the same time, you're trying to contain it. You don't want to.
Oh, yeah. I was excited, but I just try to keep everything in. All I could do is I was just cheesing the whole time. People be like, man, you active? I'm just like, yeah, man.
Came to the league, undrafted free agent in New England. Mm-hmm. Then you were with Indianapolis last year on their practice squad most of the season. Kind of take us through that and your road here to Green Bay and, how you ended up coming here in October.
Oh, well, I got released from Indianapolis right after the 4th preseason game. And after that, I just kept training. I stayed out in Indianapolis. Thought it would be cheaper to stay there as opposed to going home. But just stayed there and train and try to stay ready, for the next opportunity. And then, Green Bay called me up. I came in for a workout, then went back home. And then that next week, they ended up calling me. Elliot Wolf was like, hey, you want to sign with us? I was like, oh, yeah. So, I ended up becoming a Green Bay Packer.
How about what you've seen from Jeremy thus far, DJ? Just kind of tell us about
when
that.
I figured out he was going to be active in the position that he was going to be playing on special teams, then I was kind of like, dang, because we're both on kickoff cover, and he's right beside me, and he's one of the fastest guys on the team. So he makes me look so slow, and I'm just thank God it wasn't as cold as it usually is in December, because then I would have been trying to keep up with him, and I have hamstring issues, and it just would have been terrible. But the God looked out for me by warming it up a little bit, but he still made me look slow. But at least I didn't pull a hamstring trying to keep up with him.
4.39 was that the 40 time that I saw?
Yeah,
that's moving.
What was your 40 time?
Oh, it was a 4.40.
Yeah.
But I'm just kidding. It was like a 4.6 something. That's a big difference. But yeah, he's extremely fast.
Now, another part of your game, too, is returns. You were second all-time at Cal behind Deshaun Jackson in punt return yardage. I know there's been some question about if Randall Cobb going to get shut down a little bit. So that's something else we might be seeing Jeremy Ross doing here over the next few weeks.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm ready. I stay ready. I'm always catching punt returns and kick returns after practice every day. So, when my number is called, if that's something they want me to do, I'll be down for it.
Does it take a special mindset to stand out there with 11 260-pound, well-conditioned men running full speed at you, trying to take your head off?
They're not all well-conditioned,
Yeah, some of them only got that one good sprint in them. What I mean? But it does. I mean, it takes a different mindset. I'm sure the mindset every athlete in the NFL has is confidence. You just got to be confident in what you're doing and know your assignments and kind of know what your blocks are looking like.
How about coming in at the middle of the season, too? Was that a challenge, getting caught up to everyone else that, has been here for years or since the beginning of camp?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was just the playbook, learning the playbook. I mean, the guys had training camp and, the rest of that season, to learn the playbook. For me, coming in the middle, it was a little bit more challenging because I wasn't able to get the special attention that one would get in training camp. It was kind of just thrown at me like here. So I had to really get in and spend hours and hours a day studying.
I'm sure there's guys like DJ, too, and some of the other veterans that are there willing to help you guys out, ready to help you along the way.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We got a great group of guys, on the team. I definitely love, my teammates, man. Everybody's real cool, especially the guys in the wide receiver room. They definitely brought me in and make me feel welcoming.
It's got to be a pretty fun group, too. Being able to come in and there you are in a meeting room with Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver, Randall Cobb. We're talking about Pro Bowl caliber guys all in your meeting groups.
They are. It's definitely fun though. When you talk to them, they don't seem like those type of guys. And looking from the outside and looking in, you would think, hey, those guys are kind of big time but they're genuine. When you're in there, you feel like peers on the same level.
I'm waiting to see how long it's going to take before they start rubbing off on them, because the tight ends, tight ends. We kind of do our own thing. Our motto in our room is just do you, whatever. But the receivers, they really hold themselves to a higher standard, especially when it comes to like traveling, events like this. What he was wearing, it wouldn't cut. You know what I mean? Like Jennings would he'd be in a suit with a nice little tie on. Same thing with James. He wears funky stuff, but it looks good. And traveling, so he's gonna have to pick his travel game up. Luckily me, I'll probably wear something like this, because I'm just being me. But that's probably gonna be very expensive for him to travel now, because he's gonna have to get tailored suits. Stuff that fits real nice to the hindsight. You'll like that, yeah.
Shopping my budget.
Not you, but I keep forgetting we're on radio.
That's right. You got to get the YouTube video.
Yeah,
you got to go to the
get
website each and every week.
Yeah.
InTheHuddleShow.com. Plug for that.
Yeah, for sure.
From Sacramento, any resemblance to Sacramento here in Green Bay?
Not at all. Green Bay is, when I first got here, it felt like I Am Legend. It's not too much out here. I was talking to mannequins when I was out here, but I'm starting to get adjusted.
Those are actual women, I promise. They they don't say much, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Does it take a while to get adjusted? Was that a big shock? Moving here just to get adapted, or I'm sure the people here are so friendly, so nice, have the open arms for you guys that it's pretty easy to do so.
Yeah. The Green Bay People, y'all great. You know, you guys are great, man.
Like that, y'all, not you guys.
Y'all,
yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all. I got a little Southern in me. Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, but everybody's real great though.
Playing at Cal, Aaron Rodgers, obviously the tie there, you didn't overlap or anything, but what was his legend there? What was, the lore of Aaron Rodgers, I guess, talked about, people there, real excited with his success?
Yeah, they respect him a lot, especially Coach Tefford, being the one that he recruited him. He thinks highly of him. He's always bringing him up, and that's like his go-to guy, But, he's definitely, left a huge thumbprint, at Cal. We have a big picture of him, in the facility there. So, a lot of people respect him there, and he's done a great job there, and he's remembered.
You mentioned Cal. Tedford is no longer there. Arkansas looking for a head coach. You guys have any idea who you would like to see there? How about that? Who would you like to see? Yeah, who would you like to see at Arkansas?
I would love to go back and be the head coach for Arkansas.
You?
Oh, man, they get paid. You can see how much they offered Les Miles? They offered him like $30 million. He'd have been the highest coach in history, highest paid coach in history.
So if Arkansas called your phone today and said, hey, we want you to come coach, you'd
after
go down
the
there?
Super Bowl.
Okay.
And then, yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Yeah.
How about you? Anybody in mind there for Cal?
Man, I have no idea. I have no idea who would be next in line to coach. I would love to be the coach as well. We could play. Get a little non-conference game.
Yeah.
Or you bring up coaching. Is that something down the line that you guys would like to do?
Who knows? Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm piano bars. That's gonna be me, baby. Yeah. For sure. With a glass of brandy.
All right. One other thing here, and we'll get more into this a little bit. The NFC North, how things played out for you guys yesterday.
That was good stuff.
Obviously, a huge day.
Yeah.
Everybody else losing.
Back
you guys
on top, right?
Back to the top, yeah. 8-4. Chicago's 8-4. But was there a part of you that felt a little weird cheering for Seattle?
Oh yeah.
Jeez. We all watched that because that was on the TV when we walked in the locker room, and you'll see a picture. I don't know if there has been a picture, but everyone in the locker room's like, come on, Chicago, we don't need y'all to win right here. Then everyone's like, oh my gosh, we hate Seattle. Who do we want to win this game? But it worked out for us. Hopefully we'll get to play them. Well, we are going to play them both again and beat them both. So
a little bit of karma maybe setting in.
Yeah.
You guys getting a little help from Seattle, considering they stole one from you guys as terrible as
definitely
possible.
caught that ball at the end. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, more In the Huddle coming up. DJ Williams, Jeremy Ross. I'm Justin Hull in for Bill Scott. In the Huddle, brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. In the Huddle returns from Tanner Sports Grill in Kimberly on the Woodward Radio Network. We are brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm with Packers tight end DJ Williams, wide receiver Jeremy Ross. I am Justin Hull, and we continue on. And all right, I'm going to kind of take us off the football beaten path right now. I'll actually have a little bit of fun with this. I'm not sure how corny it is, but some of the best radio ever has been different corny situations here. Okay.
Let's see what we can do.
When you guys were in high school, did you have to vote on awards, like most popular, most talkative, most likely to succeed, and all that things? I want to do that with your teammates in the locker room. Who you guys would say would be the whatever I'm about to say here.
Okay.
I got a list of about 20, so if it gets really bad and you want to stop, just let me know. Let's start off with who in the Green Bay Packers locker room would be voted the most popular?
Aaron Rodgers. Jeez. Probably DJ Williams. I don't know.
I think Jeremy said that.
Is that what he just said? Yeah.
I did.
I thought I was just thinking out loud. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
Aaron Rodgers?
Or Clay Matthews' hair.
Ooh, that's a good one. That might be it.
That's a person on its own, isn't it?
Yeah.
Own persona, own Twitter account, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Most likely to become president of the United States of America.
Ryan Taylor, for sure.
I know.
He was like,
for
sure. You just got to know him just to cheese.
Is he big into politics, that sort of thing?
It's just hair. It's always combed over to the side, and he always wears that suit that's not up to date, but it's just real, like you would see a politician, and if we have events, he's that guy that's work in the room like a little dirty politician. You know, he's got it down. He knows everyone. You know, or at least claim. And he's just like he'll be like, even if he's making up a name, he'll be like, hey, how are you doing? What's your name? My name's Bob. You know, be like, my name's Ryan. And he's like, where are you from? Let's just make up some like North Dakota. Do you know? And then he'll name some fact he knows from somewhere, you know. He does puzzles in his spare time. He knows what else he does.
Who would get the early bird award?
Who's there all the time?
Who's there? Who's early? Who's there early?
Yeah, Jared Bush.
Jared Bush.
Yeah. Or, yeah, he's the early bird. Brad Jones almost never leaves. I think he stays there overnight. I mean, I always see him at the stadium. Like, I'm leaving, and he's just now walking back with his pads and his cleats and his helmet. I'm like, where have you been? You know, practice was over like 3 hours ago. I mean, so he's that guy.
He's 6 credits short of being having an astrophysicist degree.
That's unbelievable.
To be an astronaut. Brad Jones.
Wow.
Yeah. Smart guy.
I would have never thought that.
Yeah,
Me either. Not saying anything bad about Brad.
Who would get I don't know if it'd be the late bird award.
Is that like not leaving? So
No,
Brad Jones?
the late bird would be who shows up late.
Shows up late.
Ooh.
Or is this not good to talk about?
I mean, this is like
This might not be good for radio.
Okay, we can pass it. That's fine. Most likely to be famous outside of football in 10 years out of players never to appear in a Pro Bowl.
Ooh. Who's that going to
Besides DJ Williams.
Yeah. So that means I'm not going to go to a Pro Bowl?
No, because you will go to a Pro Bowl, so
okay.
you're not eligible for the
All right,
category.
thank you. Okay, all right. Let's see. So who's probably going to get arrested? Let me.
If that's the way you want to take this, go for it, man.
Who's going to get arrested?
Jeez.
That's rough. That's rough.
This is a tough one.
Is this harder than it
This is
sounds? How about your weirdest teammate in a good way?
Oh,
Let's say weirdest teammate.
The weirdest, probably Brad Jones. He's
I was going to
for
say the
sure.
same thing.
Brad Jones, he's a little weird. He's out there.
He's a different breed.
Like if he called me to hang out, I would call my mom and be like, if I'm not back, in a few hours, call the police probably, or maybe the SWAT team.
You got to text her that address.
Yeah, for sure.
Who would be the class clown?
Ooh, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, A-Rod.
A-Rod, he goofs around a lot.
He does.
Yeah, he does. A lot.
Now, does he goof around because he can? Because
Pretty
he's
much.
Aaron Rodgers and nobody's going to tell him he
You'll see
can't?
Big Mike back there just biting his teeth like, oh, I just want to yell at you so bad, but I can't because you're Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
God, I'm going to get in trouble for saying that.
Things,
God,
Aaron does, before we prepping for the game and stuff like that, but he'll always have like a PowerPoint, or something that he'll have, when it's like, so all the coaches will come down and do their scoop about what the defense is running and personnel, and then he'll come up and make calls and say, okay, this is what we got for this week, expect these calls, but then, he'll go into some funny stuff,
do like look-alike pictures.
Yeah, he'll do look-alikes.
Just like Coach Campen looks like Rosie O'Donnell, and then and they'll put him up, and everyone's like, wow, he does look like Rosie O'Donnell. It's good stuff.
So in his spare time, he's scouring Google trying to find pictures of people.
24/7.
Has the DJ Williams Hootie and the Blowfish
No,
come up
I
on the
mean,
look-alike?
they call me Hootie.
Okay.
The O-linemen do every once in a while, or my McAdoo calls me Ice Cube. I don't know where that's from.
Ice Cube?
It's when I wear my beanie. I kind of look like a thug.
Okay.
So I'll take it. Yeah.
Most popular teacher, obviously coach.
Ooh. Who's gonna be the most
It has to be
popular coach?
It has to be a coach, you said?
Yeah, we'll go most popular coach.
Most popular teacher.
Probably Charles Woodson. Because he kind of coaches himself.
I don't know.
Remember my story earlier about
Where he doesn't show up to practice?
He's done better this year.
Okay.
But last year, I don't know. Probably his back was sore. I don't know. So he took the whole season off from practice. Makes sense.
Second to him, I'll say Jeff Saturday.
Jeff Saturday, yeah.
He seems like he'll be that type of guy.
Yeah.
How about the best dressed? I'm going to throw a vote in for Ryan Pickett.
Pickett.
That dapper is the one word that comes to my mind whenever I see Ryan
He wore
Pickett.
something one day. It looked like a big Christmas tree. I don't know what he was thinking, man.
Yesterday, talking to him after the game, and he had his hat on, and then he had his I don't know if he had an Argyle sweater
What kind
on
of
or
hat
anything
is
like
that?
that.
He wears the same
It's
hat.
like the 1930s newsboy hat, is like I
He
call
probably
it.
got it when he was a kid.
But under that, he had this wild shirt. You watch the show Modern Family? He was dressed like Cam from Modern Family.
Yeah.
He had the sleeves rolled up and it was all like designed and looked like a 70s tie.
I wonder where he buys his clothes. He's so big, you know what I mean?
Every time you see him, that guy's dressed to the
Raji
nines,
too. I mean, I saw him wearing some jeans. They don't even have those in my size. You know, where you go get those at? Jesus.
Most likely to be on The Bachelor.
DJ Williams for sure.
DJ Williams.
Not who wants to be on The Bachelor.
No, I'd be there in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
You got to start a campaign. I think you can make it.
I don't know.
think
That'd
you
be
could too.
fun. I mean, later on, or you know me, I don't put a time.
That's
I don't put a time on love.
What you have to do, is get a Facebook page out there.
Yeah.
Get DJ Williams on The Bachelor. Give it to Packer Nation. I mean, how big is
Is
Packer?
that how we do this thing?
That's how you do it.
That'd be a good off-season thing.
Donald won Dancing with the Stars. DJ Williams finds love on The Bachelor.
Oh, I'm down for that. That'd be good.
That'd be nice.
I'm getting you a good Christmas present if that falls through. So yeah.
That'd be a good one. Best dancer on the team.
Donald, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that was
Donald Driver.
That was terrible on my
Don't
part.
let him fool. He can do more than cha-cha. You know what I mean? He can pop, lock, and drop it. He can. Nobody knows what that means.
I was waiting for the response.
Oh, what else can he do? What's that one dance Bill was trying to teach me to do?
Was he trying to teach you the Dougie?
No.
The Dougie.
No one knows what that means either.
What's the one that Kate Upton did in the video that everybody saw? That's
Kate?
not the Dougie, is it?
Is that what
No,
it
maybe
is?
it was.
Who's Kate Upton? I don't even know who Kate Upton is.
Supermodel? Sports Illustrated
Really?
swimsuit cover?
I
girl?
got to get on it, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Most likely to have a reality show. Or who on your team
Who would have the
the
most
best?
successful?
Yes.
Jermichael Finley. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
He had the best post-game interview yesterday.
What did he say?
Okay, hold on. I actually wrote this out. Hold on. I'm serious. On the game, I will say the Packers and Aaron Rodgers and the offense doing great. I'm just glad to be a part of it. What was the difference this week? I'll say the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. I'm just glad to be a part of it. Did you get Aaron a birthday present? No, I didn't, but I'm glad to be a part of this organization. On the 18-play, 11-minute drive, what does that say about the offense? The offense done great. I'm just glad to be a part of it.
No.
How about your third down catch? Was that just glad to be a part of it too? Yep, glad to be a part of it. So, I don't know if somebody got into Jermichael's ear and told him to.
He's just so happy to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who wouldn't be happy to be a part of it?
Yeah.
Definitely number one reality show.
All right, Granite Peak email segment coming up next. DJ's favorite portion of the show. More here from Tanner's in Kimberly. We're in the huddle on the Woodward Radio Network. And back at Tanner's in Kimberly in the huddle on the Woodward Radio Network with DJ Williams, Jeremy Ross of the Green Bay Packers. I am Justin Hull as we get ready for the Granite Peak email segment.
Yeah.
DJ's favorite part of the show.
For sure.
You can go to inthehuddleshow.com there and submit your questions each and every week. And with the ski season fast approaching, Granite Peak ski area gearing up for an incredible winter. New this year, Granite Peak welcomes a new high-speed quad lift, whisking you up the mountain 3 times faster. Approximately 80% of the terrain is now serviced with 2 high-speed chairlifts. You can bring your friends and family and enjoy winter at Granite Peak. With the holidays just around the corner, give the gift of winter Granite Peak gift cards to order online. And for a complete list of events and specials, visit skigranitepeak.com. I'm doing this too. So, yeah. Leo said he didn't want to be part of the show tonight, so. We will. I got too many pieces of paper. Here we go. This one's coming from Herb and Appleton, and it goes to both of you guys. Did either of you get Aaron Rodgers a birthday gift? You know it was his birthday yesterday, right?
I did, yeah. His locker was decked out with birthday stuff. You get him anything?
I didn't get him nothing. I got him some activation. Another Cal brother activated.
There you go. Yeah, I got it. I did not get him a birthday gift, because I didn't get a birthday gift. But Christmas is coming up, and I did tell Aaron I did get him a Christmas gift. I'm not going to reveal it just yet. I told him, do I need to hold on to it, or can I give it to you, and you can make sure you can put it under the tree and not open it till Christmas? And he said he could. So I'll probably give it to him because I'm lobbying, because I remember last year what he did for Christmas for the players on the team. So I'm hoping my name can get thrown on the list for Christmas, gifts, because he gave away some generous gifts. But my gift is awesome. I mean, I want to tell y'all so bad what it is, but I can't do it.
He might be listening right now.
Yeah,
or he probably is listening right now.
He probably. If I were Aaron, I would be listening because this
just
Christmas
right now, tell Aaron how great this gift is.
It's probably one of the best. You can't find what I got anywhere else. I'm positive. Yeah.
All right.
And I didn't make it. I mean, I bought it. I mean, so it was. I looked very hard for this. I'll tell y'all later.
I can't wait to find that out, actually.
Yeah.
Next question on our Granite Peak email segment coming from Sheila in Appleton. What is the most embarrassing moment ever to happen to you on a football field?
Go ahead.
Well, the most embarrassing for me, running down on the kickoff last year, running full speed. I mean, I was moving, and I'm like, I'm about to make this tackle. So I'm running full speed, don't see nobody in sight. I see somebody that was supposed to block me. He runs away, so I'm like, oh, I got a clear lane. It's my time to shine. I'm about to get this tackle. And then out of nowhere, somebody from the left, bow, decleated me. My feet were where my head was, and my head was where my feet was. Straight into the ground, but I had too much pride. I had to pop straight back up. But I was embarrassed.
Hurting, but you're really hurting inside. But you kept going. I like it. The first thing that popped in my mind when you said the most embarrassing moment didn't happen on the football field. It was in kindergarten. I remember this. Oh my gosh! And there was this girl. Her name was Taylor. I don't think we even called it. We didn't even know last names when we were that young. But her name was Taylor. She had little bowl cut. A cute little thing, and so we're sitting there in all Indian style, the class, the whole class, and we're watching like video on like the fire department and like how to like stop forest fires and stuff like that, stuff you
Smokey
talk about.
the Bear.
Yeah. And this whole time, and she's sitting next to me, so I'm like, oh, I'm so lucky. Before I even said lucky, my stomach just went. Whoa. I was like, oh no, we can't. I can't have this happen right now while I'm sitting next to Taylor. So I'm over there it's like a 20-minute video, and I'm over there just sweating bullets, butthole just this tight, I'm just holding on to it. And sure enough, as soon as the thing is over and it's just dead silent, it just came out, you know what I mean? Just, everyone kind of like just does that, ugh, who is this? And even Taylor looks like, ugh. That was it.
You got to turn to the guy next to you. Ugh, you got to try to pass it on or something.
The way I was sweating and just that look in my red. Oh man, I mean I'm dark skinned and my face was still red. You know what I mean? It was probably the most embarrassing moment. I'll never forget. I mean, I wonder what her last name is. I'll try to.
Mari Swift. No?
That'd be kind of cool, I farted on Taylor. But no, she had like a caramel complected skin. I remember her. Oh man, she was so. I mean, I don't know if she was cute, but to me she was. You know what I mean?
We got to keep a list each week of the new female from your past that you get introduced to. There's a new one every week. We get stories. It's great.
24 years, baby. Yeah.
One more question coming in. I believe this is for you, DJ. It's from Jane in, I believe, Little Rock.
Oh.
Describe your vision of a perfect Christmas, and if you could pick your own Christmas gift, what would it be?
Sheesh. Okay, perfect Christmas. Okay, definitely snow. We'll do that. Christmas trees. I'll wake up, and it's like the oven's open and you smell like the Christmas cookies, the scent coming out, and just saying, and then like when I open my door, for some reason when I open it, Christmas music starts playing. I don't know how to make that work at my place yet, but I'm working on it. I'm actually putting in a train track around my around the ceiling of my place where I'm staying.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put puppy chow. You ever heard of puppy chow? The little thing. It's gonna so when I'm sitting on my couch watching TV, it's gonna come down, stop, grab some puppy chow, and just keep going. It's gonna be awesome. All right. But anyway, and the perfect Christmas gift would probably be my long lost love. I could see her there, in the morning watching, Good Morning America. And one of my sweatshirts that is too big, where it's kind of like, hanging off her shoulder, eating a bowl of cereal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Her name's Taylor, right?
Yeah, her name's Taylor. She was born with a smell deficiency, so she can't smell when I fart. So it's perfect. Yeah.
We'll pick a winner coming up. Maybe get to another email question or two as we return in the huddle. DJ Williams, Jeremy Ross in the huddle, brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm here on the Woodward Radio Network. And back in Tanner's in Kimberly in the huddle, brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm on the Woodward Radio Network. Packers tight end DJ Williams, Packer wide receiver Jeremy Ross. I am Justin Hull, and if you're not here, you should be, because DJ once again emptying the ATM machine and some Packer tickets, and we never know what he's going to do, but out of the goodness of his heart, DJ giving away some great prizes here to the loyal fans of DJ Williams and in the huddle.
Yeah, and just know that, like, my favorite holiday of the year is coming up, so there's no telling what might happen. Now, you understand, I love me some Christmas. So everyone come to the show. Trust me.
And we'll pick an email winner here, winning that Granite Peak ski package. I believe we'll go with Sheila in Appleton. Anytime we get a great DJ Williams from the past girl story and holding it in kindergarten, we got to go with that one. So.
Trying to hold it in.
You know, I have a couple. I don't get to email in, so I have a couple of questions that I want to throw you guys to, if you don't mind. These would be my email questions if I got to qualify here.
Yeah.
Best trash talker on the Green Bay Packers would be who?
Best trash talker.
Do you guys have any trash talkers? You got a Jared Allen on your team?
I'm sure we do. Who would you think?
I mean, Clay Matthews talks trash on the field from what I've seen on Mic'd Up.
Yeah.
That'd be the person I say.
I would probably say Jared Bush, but it's very difficult because you can't really understand what he's saying, you know. But you just from the tone of the voice, it sounds like, ooh, I bet that sounded so bad. So I don't know if I need to. Like, he was our team captain, and he called it up before we went out of the game. And so we're in the locker room. Coach is like, Jared, call him up. So we all gather around. Everybody's like pumped up. And he was like, hold up. This was hilarious. So he gets in there. He's jacked up. He's just like, man, we just need to, we need to go out there. We just need, let's go. We just like, what? Yeah. So we're all just like, all right, let's go. Let's get crazy. We can't be a speech impediment, but let's do it. And we won, so maybe we need more of that.
Yeah. More Jared Bush.
He's so jacked up.
Let's just go.
Oh, man, he's always moving. He has a twitch, you know what I mean? Oh, I love it. I love it.
Great day for the offense. Glad to be here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jermichael style there, too.
Yeah.
Best trash talker you faced?
Well, this is my first game active, so I'm not sure.
Mine would be when I was a young boy once again. And I was playing basketball with my Uncle Stanley. We were in Fort Worth. It was kind of like the hood. I don't know. We were at some church, so I thought I was okay. I'm good if I'm in the hood. But if I'm in church, God got me. So just in case something goes wrong, he's got my back. They didn't catch that memo, So I'm young, and there's this older guy. I'm going up for a rebound. I was having my self-conscious issues because I was a little chubby. So anyway, we're going up for a rebound, and he was a lot older, bigger, stronger than me. He knocked me down, and he said, hit the weights, fat boy. And then... and
Your uncle?
No.
Okay.
My uncle's like 5'5", so he didn't have my back. So anyway, I'm just sitting there on the ground and just hurting right now because he says that, then I grab my rolls. And, I'm just like, yeah, he's right. Oh, I was hurt.
He's right.
Didn't eat for like 2 weeks after that. It was terrible.
Now you'd like to see that guy at court in Fort Worth and give him a little bit.
I don't know, maybe a middle thing. He could be like washed up, but if he said it again, I might still be freaked
You would hear
out.
it.
I would hear
Flashback.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
God.
I'll save those other ones for another time there. Detroit Lions this week, second time seeing them in the last 4 weeks. Much change over the last few weeks? I mean, anything change about Detroit, or kind of same game plan and
Probably
try to
same.
stay away from the cheap shots?
Same game plan. When you go into a division opponent that you're so familiar with, that, like I said, it doesn't come down to scheme. It doesn't come down to who's more prepared or not. It just comes down to who wants to win the game more that day. And we're used to playing them, and we're used to beating them. So let's just keep that trend going.
10 straight divisional wins. I mean, that's a pretty good streak. That's now the longest, with Baltimore losing. They were at 12 games before they lost to Pittsburgh yesterday, but 10 games longest in the NBA. NBA, NFL.
Yeah. It's all good.
Go home and watch my Bucks game here. Rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. I'll leave Don Barclay out of the conversation, but would you go with Bobby Three Sticks, RG3? I heard somebody call him that. I love that nickname.
Bobby Three Sticks.
Andrew Luck or Russell Wilson, offensive rookie of the year? That's a tough one. That is a nice.
I say Russell Wilson. Andrew Luck's done a great job, but I feel like Russell Wilson shocked a lot of people. I mean, everybody expected Andrew Luck to do what he's been doing, to come in and take the program over. He's a great character guy, works hard. So that's what we expect of him, But if I had to choose, I would say Russell Wilson. He defied the odds. A lot of people questioned, his ability to be a great quarterback in the NFL, looked at his height, said he was a small quarterback. So I just think he's really won some games against some great quarterbacks, And, he's done a great job. So
it's a good way to make friends in Badger country, playing at Wisconsin. Although he did shock a lot of people with, the one win that wasn't really a win. Blah, 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 blah.
So,
DJ.
Russell, I think, has done well. I will say that. No one expected anything from him. On the other hand, but I feel like they really protect him as a player and give him a lot of opportunities to make him successful. I think in RG3's case, they put the whole team on his back, and he's done nothing but succeed. He's done nothing but prove doubters wrong and get named team captain as a rookie. So that's very impressive. And on another note, he's just an amazing young man, very humble, and he works hard, and he's a good character guy for the NFL. So I would give it to RG3.
Jeremy, thanks for coming out. Glad meeting you, and continued success. There is good karma that comes from the show. DJ will tell you about that. DJ Williams, Justin Hull in for Bill Scott. Bill will be back next week, and thanks everybody for joining us here at Tanner's and on the Woodward Radio Network.